How is everybody doing? It's your brother Bolo VNR. We're on the Bolo VNR clips. We're on Bolo VNR 2.0. Welcome to the platform. Not gonna waste no time today. Will Rattigan, man. Will Rattigan went all the way in. I mean, you know, the JLP, be he warned. Oh, all y'all is being exposed. Every last one of you. Kamina Johnson-Smith, dang. Man, I never knew you was as a minister. You are trash. I'm talking about all the way trash. Nobody respects you. You ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. I didn't even know. Celine, what's going on? East Portland in the building. Bop. Big up on yourself, people. Make sure you like up the live. Yeah, man. Like up the live, man. Like up the live. Tell a friend. In this reaction, it's going to get spicy. It's going to get real spicy up in here. What's going on with my soundboard, man? Yeah, it's going to get spicy, man. Yeah. It's going to get spicy. I've never seen Will Rattigan in this form right here. This man was not playing around. He was not playing around. All right? And I am sorry for the person that got all the smoke. What's the name? Freedom? You got to learn to read the room. All right? You got to know who you talking to. Man, Freedom got all the smoke, bro. Rattigan was not... No, see, let me tell you what it is, though. You see this government? The Jamaica Lawless Party. You see when you're somebody that, does not like criminals. You see when you're an investigator and you got people constantly trying to take you and the rest of the country as Jamaicans for fools. It kind of starts to piss you off. You know what I mean? Joyce Smith, what's up, love? Salute to you. All right? So... Let me set this. Let me set this real quick. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we're here with another one. Please remember to hit that like button coming through the door. All right. I would advise you guys to go and look at the JLP Manifesto of 2016. In this one, Mr. Will Rattigan is going to highlight some things that I was not aware of. I mean, this is what happens when you don't read. I'm telling y'all right now, I'm the man that did not watch the news for years. Imagine reading. We're going to keep it a stack. It's not that I'm unable to read. It's that we wasn't reading. You feel me? So, check this out real quick. All right? Let me speed it up a little bit because, it's a lot to cover and I got a lot of things to do. Plus, later on this evening at 6 p.m., we're going to cover the St. Mary Parish meeting. What me say? St. Mary Parish meeting, look out more. Turn all the way up. You feel me? Shout out to my bro Will. Will Allen. All right, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
But we're gonna take them piece by piece, pull them apart. Okay. We've seen this before, someone. In 2016, Prime Minister, dear friends and colleagues, that he's talking to his folks, his people, but here giving it as friends and colleagues. He's sending out a manifesto to your people. He said friends and colleagues, right? I don't know how many of you can do your friends, your colleagues. I know that it doesn't.
Sonny, I walk one. Share up the life for me. Share up the life for me.
Sorry, we'll get into that. I just want to show you something. I must be green whenever. You can read that, Kevin?
Yes, sir.
It says the Jamaica Labour Party is very clear. Not kind of clear or sort of clear. Very clear in its focus on delivery of this for the next 5 years. What he's saying is that all of these things that we're focused on, we're going to deliver them in the next 5 years. By 2021, these things are going to happen. All right. In the same document, They came up with a 10-point plan. This 10-point plan, the plan for prosperity, is 20. Trust me, people. Trust me. We follow this plan, we are destined for success. Let's put that part on.
All right. So for those who can't hear it clearly, because his mic was giving a little problem, this 2016 plan of the JLP, ladies and gentlemen, the 2016 plan of the JLP in the manifesto, Andrew Holness clearly stated that in the next 5 years, we're going to get these things done. All right? So he's going to touch on some of the things that he said he was going to get done in the next 5 years. So I just want to make that very clear. And there was a 10-point plan, in that. He's going to highlight one of them, of that 10-point plan, which I was like, wow, I didn't even know that. Patrick, big up yourself. You understand? Yeah, man. Hills of Brandon Hill, St. Andrew. Big up all my sisters and brothers on the platform. Call it crocodile, call it. No, you know, say, him not going to call it. I don't think he's going to call it after this revelation of the situation with the affidavit. But anyway, moving on. Raphael Dyer, big up. Evan Miller, big up. So, that is it. Let's continue, ladies and gentlemen. With the Jerry Wagwan, Jerry. Bless up yourself every time in my virgin. Yeah, man, we have to vote out them people, man. Them wicked and corrupt, man. Them dangerous. Them is dangerous.
We're partnering for prosperity. Hold on. They have 10 points.
I don't know why that thing now show so clear upon the screen.
Jamaica is gonna be home for glory. The Vision 2030 event will take place. We will become a developed country, so on and so forth. One of them is this, and this is what the last week Wednesday. If you're interested in the judiciary, last week Wednesday we showed you where they promised that we're going to do certain things for the Chief Justice, and also if you're interested in banking, what they're going to do for the governor of the bank, how they're going to appoint those people. And then we showed you that they knew when they made the promise. They knew. They promised anyway. But look at number 4. Number 4, it says, we will list on the Jamaica Stock Exchange. Because remember they were saying, and later on they said that Jamaica Stock Exchange was the most productive stock exchange in the world, or one of them. And so here is something that they promised before they took part. They said, we will list on the Jamaica Stock Exchange several state-owned enterprises such as UDC. This one. That's 4.
I don't know one team Mike, you know. I don't know. Can you guys hear me over by clips? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Alright, you can hear me. I don't know what happened to his vocals, you know, but like I said, it says here, we will list on the Jamaica Stock Market Exchange several state-owned enterprises such as the UDC and factories corporations. These factories have significant assets based which can be properly packaged and placed on the stock market with realistic investment plans that would attract new capital and unleash the economic and job creation potential latent in them. Yeah, that's what it says. All right, let's continue.
That's 4.
Yo, go back. Yo, hold on there. May I have to say something about this? Hold on there. No, people look on Kevin's face now when Kevin look at this one, number 5. We will fix Jamaica's water infrastructure. We will make strategic capital investments in water. Jamaica is not short of water. This government does not know how to manage it. The investment in water will reduce the impact of drought on the economy and will also boost agriculture and housing. They did not do any of this, you know. The Jamaica Labour Party did not do any of this. This 5 right here, This part of them 5-point plan, which was supposed to be done in 5 years. Remember, 2016 to 2020. Hello? None of this was done, ladies and gentlemen. It's quite the opposite. The housing, construction, agriculture, come on, bro. The housing construction part, yes, but it's not house that we can afford. And the men and women in agriculture are balling out every day. You get me? And the people them get black jump. Vernel Wagwan, UK in the building. Black jump the people them get. Make it make sense. Zine. So this strategic capital investments in water, we haven't seen it. To fix the Jamaica water infrastructure, we haven't seen it. Right? And that was supposed to be done from 2020. Mind you, this is the manifesto that said they would do it in 5 years. Promises that was not kept. Alright? So you know how them come out with them plans the other day with them achievements, which we're gonna get into. Ladies and gentlemen, now they are telling the People's National Party to show their achievements when they showed a manifesto in 2016. That's what the People's National Party is going to show, a manifesto. They are not the government. They are not in charge of our tax dollars, as Dayton Campbell said last night at the meeting. You cannot make this up, the way how these people try to trick the Jamaican people. And there's some of them that are so not following the political process that they are deaf, dumb, and blind to the realities, and they just run with anything that the Prime Minister says. And it's very, very sad that not just the Prime Minister, but anybody in the JLP or any of their media pundits. You get me? But let's continue. Look on Kevin are shaking head. Kevin is like, wait a minute, what? Oh, man.
We will revitalize and rebuild our town centers and the government will lead us.
I don't know what's going on with this man.
Government will lead the way. Clear vision. Policy. Commitment. Make everything nice.
Karen Wagwan. Boy, Karen, when I sleep when I call me.
You will start development.
Tired. All right, my people. Let me read it because I'm saying microphone are going bad. We will revitalize and rebuild our town centers and cities. There is so much value lying idle in our real estate in blighted urban areas. However, government has led the way with a clear vision, policy, and commitment to partnering with the private sector to make our towns and cities attractive and comfortable for our residents and businesses again. We will start with the redevelopment of the Kingston Waterfront and Market District and the hugely exciting Vernamfield Corridor. This will be partially funded by the listings of the UIC on the stock market. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the UIC never went on the UDC, never went on the stock market. This was supposed to happen between 2016 and 2020. So they could yield this profit he's talking about to do all those other things. So you can imagine all those other things might have not materialized. But let's continue.
Rebel. Sorry. So something just went, like something just switched on your audio just now. A strange noise came in and your mic went down a little bit low. I know you didn't touch anything.
No, I didn't touch anything. Can you hear me now?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I think, Mr. Rattigan, what happened? You're turning away from the mic to read this thing there. Can the mic go back a little bit where you are when you're reading the thing on the computer?
Right, no problem. Can put it right. How about this?
Loud and clear from Nigel Point to Moran Point and Waterhouse.
Waterhouse inside, so But here is the thing now. I want you to focus on this part. He says we're going to do all of this Kingston Waterfront and we're going to do all of this to Vernamfield. And how will we fund it? We will fund it. This will be partially funded by the listing of the UDC on the stock market. See that? Twice in the 10-point plan, they mentioned UDC. Here it is right here. Right there, 4. Oh.
Number 4, man. Number 4.
But here it is right here.
Yep. See that?
I'm going to list UDC. So them say this, it's going to attract new capital and unleash the economic and job creation.
Great
potential.
idea.
And by the way, I don't know who responsible for this. If it's Senator Morgan or if it's Minister Kamina Johnson-Smith. But this word here, this word, I don't think that word should be there. Economic and job creation potential latent in them. I think they mean potential talent, but they put latent.
That's Senator Morgan. That's not Kamina. That's Senator Morgan.
I think they meant talent. They're dyslexic, right? Them put. I don't know, Kevin. I'm just saying. I'm not an English major now.
Black Barbie, what's up, Black Barbie?
No, you're correct. I'm sorry to put you, you're absolutely correct. Latent cannot be in that same sentence.
Funny.
Yeah? It should be talent.
It's funny.
You're correct.
Carla E. Banks, what's up? Carla E. Banks, what's up, love?
So they mentioned
Absolutely
UDC.
none.
And they come back and they mentioned UDC right here, right? No, people, this is 2016. Here's what me do now. Me with my bossy self now go ask them about that. And here's how they respond to me. And I want to big up UDC now because UDC, they're very good at responding. And they're very honest. Say July 30th, it's a few days ago, they responded to me. And they said, dear Mr. Rattigan, your request for information under the Access to Information Act, and they put in quotation marks. This is what I asked them. In its 2060 manifesto, the JLP promised to list the UDC on the Jamaica Stock Exchange and use funding from that initiative to partially fund the Vernon Field corridor, blah, blah, blah. Here's how they respond to me. They say, Sir Rattigan, we write further to your request. Oh, and this is a good training exercise for ATIs because look at what happened right here. They said, we write further to your request and transferred from the office of the Prime Minister to the Urban Development Corporation. This is how it's supposed to work. You send it to a place, a ministry where it's not supposed to go, they are supposed to transfer it for you and tell you immediately that, listen, you send it to the wrong place, we have sent it to the right place, and here is confirmation. So I want to big up UDC, and I want to big up the office of the Prime Minister. Not too often we big them up, but in this case we big them up. Look what I'm saying now. Look what I'm saying right here. Please be advised that the Urban Development Corporation is not currently listed on the Jamaica Stock Exchange. Why? The corporation has not been listed because it has not received any formal policy instructions from the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation to initiate or pursue such a listing.
Okay.
Embarrassing. We need some milk.
We gotta address that. So ladies and gentlemen, this idea of the UDC going on the stock market, to me, it sounds like a good idea, and I'm not an expert or anything. But if you should put it on the stock market and it has those valuable assets, it's going to be on the stock market, it's going to have it bringing in some income. The same income they said they would use in development of the country. That sounds like a good idea. Now my question is, why are we in 2025 and this promise was supposed to be done between 2016 and 2020 in this manifesto? If we go back to the first part of this video, you know, Mr. Rattigan highlighted, I just got the 127 timestamp, I have that. Mr. Rattigan highlighted a sentence in the manifesto that, you know, it was very clear that this was supposed to be done in 2016 to 2020. Why wasn't it done? What is the explanation from the Jamaica Labour Party why this was not done? Such a good idea. You know, is it that they don't want the people of Jamaica to benefit? Let me go and show you what I'm talking about. All right, the exact words. Because, you know, you have to show the proof and the facts and the evidence with them, you know. Here we go. This part right here, so. This part right, I'm going to mute it. This part right here, so see there? The Jamaica Labour Party is very clear in its focus and delivering objectives for the next 5 years. This means it's between 2016 and 2020. So if they are very clear in its focus and delivery, the objectives of this manifesto in the next 5 years, why something that is so simple, like putting the UDC on the start, it's not complicated enough. It's not something that is not doable. And this is my problem with the Jamaica Labour Party and one of my many problems with the Andrew Holness-led government. Andrew Holness has a 100-day promise that has many things that are tangible and can be done. It should have been done within 50 days. Like setting term limits. Look at us in 2025 playing hopscotch with Andrew Holness on when he's going to call the election. This man does not stand on anything, and it's not unfair criticism. There is a pattern. To me, he cannot be trusted. He can't be trusted with nothing. Even if you think Andrew Holness is innocent of the IC report and everything, he's not a man of his word. He exhibits poor leadership. Very poor leadership. This is a tangible thing that could have been done in the 5 years between 2016 and 2020, and it was not done. You can't imagine what that would have done, putting them on the stock market. And to all accounts, based on what I'm hearing from Mr. Will Rattigan, the UDC is operating in such a way that even him have to big them up. Right? You requested an ATI. Well, listen, you sent it to the wrong entity. We are not the ones that should receive this, but we have sent it to the agency that it should be received to. You can't. I mean, that's great. Like, them actually want to get information. That's good. That's excellent. Right, Black Barbie? So now, when you look at this now, that them very clear in them focus on delivering the objectives for the next 5 years, everything in the 10-point plan should have been delivered, you know. That means they knew what they needed to do, and it's going to be smooth runnings in getting it done, because they're very clear in its focus and delivery. But look at us now. I'm going to go back to the next timestamp, 127. The UDC tell us straight, they have not been given any directives. See it there? Click on it now. Oh, have mercy, what going on, sir? See it there? We write further to your request dated May 11, 2025 and transfer from the office of the Prime Minister to the Urban Development Corporation, June 6, regarding the matter at caption. Please be advised that the Urban Development Corporation is not currently listed on the Jamaica stock market, right? The corporation has not been listed because it has not received any formal policy instruction from the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation. Nigel Clark, where you there? Favour Williams, where are you? Me not even need to call Favour Williams' name because she just come as the Minister of Finance. Nigel Clark, where are you? Leprechaun, big up. Diane Whittaker, big up. Big up my baby Patricia. Right? And if me I miss anybody, sorry, because me I focus on this, right? Big up everybody on the live. All they needed was a policy instruction from the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation to initiate or pursue such a listing. Like, who is to be blamed? Obviously the government of Jamaica, obviously Nigel Clark, obviously Andrew Holness. Why wasn't the UDC put on the stock market when all they needed was to send a request? A formal, not a request, send a formal policy instruction. We instruct you to get it done. from 2016 till now. When my mother always call that procrastination. This is negligence and procrastination. What is procrastination? Procrastination is putting off what they can do right now for next time. That is procrastination. Right? So what we're seeing here, ladies and gentlemen, is high levels of procrastination, high levels of negligence, bad leadership from the Jamaica Labour Party. This was an important part of their 10-point plan, you know, that is supposed to benefit the people of Jamaica, you know. The economy, you know. The economy hasn't even grown. The economy has digressed. What are they gonna blame? If the reporters, the media pundits, the mainstream media was doing their job and asked them this question, what could be their answer why they didn't get this done when simply all they had to do was to send a formal policy instruction from Nigel Clark there still now? Just make it make sense, ladies and gentlemen. Make it make sense. Let's continue. Hold on there. Oh, sorry.
And this is the aspiration.
This thing.
Okay. So, 2016 manifesto says, we are going to. And this is the aspiration. So where's the perspiration from the inspiration for the aspiration?
No perspiration. No perspiration. See, the promise, you know, the promise twice in the 10-point plan, you know. The 10-point plan for growth. Twice they mentioned it. They mentioned that we're going to list it, and they said, guess what? For the Kingston Waterfront and the Vernon Field Corridor, we're going to use the money that we get from UDC being on the stock exchange. We're going to use that money to partially fund those initiatives.
Come on,
2016. Man. 2025, UDC says, we haven't gotten any instructions to list on the stock exchange. So no money is coming to fund anything from us.
Embarrassing. We need some milk.
Something not right, my wisdom warriors. Something is not right. Tell about them.
Adrian, big up yourself, because Adrian always answer me. See, Adrian right us up. Yeah, Adrian.
No. Somebody's gonna piss off Will Rattigan here, so, because him called Adrian name. I'm not going to play that because I want to keep the focus on this. And I really want you guys to let me know what you think about this, ladies and gentlemen. You know, we need an assertive government. We need a government that when it puts out a manifesto, they're going to deliver on their manifesto. That's what we need. You cannot, you know, it's like they're taking advantage of the fact that a lot of people don't read. And I don't like that because it shows a lack of integrity where they are concerned. Because even if the people don't read, you know, the other day when they came out with their booklet on things that they achieved, it should have run concurrent. It should have run parallel, right beside each other with their manifesto. The manifesto said, we would do this, and then it was done. We would do this, it was done. That is how you measure achievement. That is how you measure achievement. But what we're seeing here, ladies and gentlemen, from this government is quite the opposite, right? And so this is part one of this reaction with Mr. Will Rattigan. We're going to go into part two. And I want to tell the people that watch this replay, because I'm going to post it separately, this part one, make sure that you go and watch part two. All right, ladies and gentlemen? Yes. All right, so we have set the stage. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. All right, so in part two now, I want to skip past the part in my cousin name something there. Yes, I want to skip past that. Yes. All right, here we go. This is it. So, ladies and gentlemen, in part 2 of Will Rattigan, dissecting Andrew Holness. First, in part 1, we dissected parts of his manifesto. I know in part 2, we're going to look at, Will Rattigan is going to look at, and his guests are going to look at the achievement booklet that they put out. So let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen.
So what I say? Let me put this up. We have brought murders down by almost 45%. Look at the next one.
Patrick, big up.
Gangs are being dismantled and guns are being taken off the streets.
Where's the chat?
More than half of all known gangs were shut down and more illegal guns found and seized. Remember they told us they had about 150. At one point they had more than that. And they're saying that they've shut down half of those gangs. And yet we don't know anything about that. We know about Klansman, we know about one other that they have them in court. But what about the other 200 gangs? They said half of them shut down and more illegal guns found and seized. They don't tell about illegal guns coming in at the rate of 200 per month.
But Ratty, not to cut you. This is one of the biggest lies the JLP has so far started in this list of achievements with the gangs. I'll tell you why I say so. You remember there was a gang in Westmoreland, and I wish Jeffrey was here with me, he would have remembered. But remember there was a gang that they brought to the court from Westmoreland, that this was giving a lot of trouble in Westmoreland. And that gang, the DP, they walked free because they didn't have the evidence to convict the gang that was in Westmoreland. I forget the name, but I know Jeffrey reminded me. And when the case dropped, the DPP had to drop the case. There was not sufficient evidence to convict
How much is the Uchen's gang? Is the Uchen's gang?
Uchen Wilson gang, yes.
Yeah. Well, you know what? The person who they're touting to replace the DPP, we picked 9 cases that she worked on, 9 major cases that she faltered on, and this case is one of them. They also don't forget what is it? The Klansman. I think the Klansman, is it the Klansman where more than half of them walk, more than half of them free on the street right now?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what I'm talking about, the dismantle. So this is just one.
So ladies and gentlemen, this is a huge thing. This is enormously embarrassing. I never knew this. Thus, I know a lot of you didn't either. And somebody out there did not know this. So they put in their achievements of dismantling gangs when several of the members of the Klansman gone and walk cause them never have no evidence. And then the worst part about it is a gang that I just learned of a while ago, right, that was giving them major trouble, according to them, walked because the DPP messed up, right? Not sufficient evidence. So outside of that, the person that they are touting to actually succeed the DPP had 9 cases that failed, and that particular one with that gang is one of them. Fitzroy, big up. People, we're in a trouble, you know. Mark Jefferson Golding has a lot of work to do. I'm talking about no-nonsense, fine-tooth comb from the first minute in going to office. I'm talking about major work to do. The judiciary, every single thing. No, man, this is terrible. So the man, they lied to about dismantling gangs, taking guns off the street, but the other day, guns was found in a certain senior member of the JLP constituency. All know we don't know the names of the persons that are involved, who own the place where the guns them go, who the guns them did actually send to, because if you have a name and address in it, right, through the warehouse, right, where are these information? and they boast about dismantling gangs and guns being taken off the street. This unscrupulous, deceptive, corrupt government should be voted out forever. I'm not talking about just with this election. Forever. They cannot be trusted. Let's continue.
Look, move on. We have one on, look at this lie, people. This one here, hey boy, this one will kill me. This one will kill me. Hold on a second. This one here, look at this one. Look at this one. That established Mocha as an independent body. Mocha was established in 2014
by Dr. Carl Williams and Miss Barnes.
And
Embarrassing. He needs some milk. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way know why they take it the wrong way.
That established Mocha as an independent body. Mocha was established in 2014
by Dr. Carl Williams and Miss Barnes.
Wow.
And Mr. Peter Bunting was the Minister of National Security.
Wow.
And it was the PNP-led government. Look at what they put right here. That they established Mocha as an independent body. People go Google it. Call Peter Bunting. Call anybody who knows anything about national security in Jamaica. Mocha was established in 2014.
But remember, Ratty, and how wicked these guys are. When they dismiss
I don't know if you guys remembered when I did a short little video on the Book of Achievement. I don't have the book anymore. The book was burnt. It's not me burning it. But anyway, I knew that the fact checkers was gonna have a field day with this book because I just knew they lied. This is what they do, is lie. Establish Mocha. Bro, why would you even do that to yourself? And them have it highlighted too, you know? Serious prison reform? Where? Have you guys seen the video that I did about the prisoners crying out for prison reform? They have told us that the prisons are full. So it's no longer meet the judge and meet the maker. A beer youth I get conned by police. The number is rising up significantly. That is the reality here. But enough on that. Mocha. Like, bro, the evidence is there for sure that Mocha is not established by you. Why would you put that in there? Who fact-checked this booklet before them send it out? This is an indictment on the Jamaica Labour Party, you know. At the cusp of an election, you know. Putting out your achievements, you know. First of all, why would you need to put out your achievements? It means that whatever you did is not impacting the people, because if it was, you wouldn't need to do this. But I digress. Let's continue.
Owen Ellington, right? Remember, when the USA Owen Ellington could no longer.
It was established in 2014.
But remember, Ratty, and how wicked these guys are. When they dismissed Owen Ellington, right? Remember, when the US Owen Ellington could no longer be commissioner. Yeah? It's the US who tell them that. The US said to them, we'll not give you any ballistic vests, we'll not give you any bullets, and we'll not give you any guns. No, they cancel the weapons deal with them. When they proposed the names to the United States of potential commissioners of police, when they submitted Dr. Carl Williams' name, the United States immediately, and I will say so with no fear, the United States immediately said, yes, we know Dr. Carl Williams because his wife, Dr. Barnes, is honorary, is an adjunct lecturer at Texas AUM. Dr. Williams' thesis was on Mocha at Texas A, and the US gave him the support because they said this is a brilliant idea. So when them try come take credit for when them had not even Peter Bunting know about Mocha farm. I say so. Peter could tell. Peter no, I'm not lying. It was Carl Williams who said, no, we must form this. Yeah? So we must give credit where credit is due.
Well, there it is, folks, in black and white. They said them established Mocha, and just Google it right now and you will see for yourself. Let me just skip
right now too.
Yeah, Google it. Just look, when was Mocha established in Jamaica? Let me go to another page. Let me skip this. All right, you see this, people?
started.
Who feed Jamaica? They misspelled Jamaica in one of the postings that they put out. You'll find it for me, Kevin?
Yeah, man. It is. I think they fixed that one.
Them fix it, yeah, but
Okay, I can borrow the mouse and show you.
go ahead.
Oh, this one is so far behind. Look in the tabs up at the top there. To the left of that one. You'll see one titled Who Feed Jamaica.
See that does. No. How them can represent Jamaica? Look on that, people. Look at that. Look at that.
I don't think the editor edited this one.
Yeah, but and the things we're going to play with them talk about who's responsible for it and things like that. Something like this when you come up, this was hurriedly done. And yes, some people might say, well, it's just a typo, but this shouldn't happen. This shouldn't happen. Remember back to Kevin.
Last tab in that group.
Like this, yeah.
Yep.
All right, see that? That's over there. All right. Remember, go down and know. Them say, them get extended irrigation system. See that, sir? They want to talk about farming now, you know. Farming now. And here's another issue that they failed miserably on. One is, we know that they're planning to lift tariffs on produce. So what that means is that all of the farmers, them down in St. Elizabeth, they're going to suffer. And I've been told that one of the reasons why that is going on is because there are some politicians who have their eyes on prime property down in St. Elizabeth, and some of them already live down in St. Elizabeth. And so they get the farmers them to just give up because the farmers them find it unprofitable to conduct farming. And this is one of the things that they're doing. So when they talk about the expanded irrigation system, it's not true. We're going to come back to this.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know what that is called? Organized gentrification. You hear what the man just said? He's been told that there are some members in the government, right? That, let me play it again. Because we don't need to go past that so fast now. Play it again, make it soaking. Hold on there.
All right, see that? That's over there. All right. Remember, go down and know. Them say, them get extended irrigation system. See that, sir? They want to talk about farming now, you know. Farming now. And here's another issue that they failed miserably on. One is, we know that they're planning to lift tariffs on produce. So what that means is that all of the farmers, them down in St. Elizabeth, they're going to suffer. And I've been told that one of the reasons why that is going on is because there are some politicians who have their eyes on prime property down in St. Elizabeth, and some of them already live down in St. Elizabeth. And so they get the farmers them to just give up because the farmers them find it unprofitable to conduct farming. And this is one of the things that they're doing. So when they talk about the expanded irrigation system, it's not true. We're going to come back to this. But we're just picking out some things and showing.
What a betrayal of the people of Jamaica. How can you have a government sabotaging the farmers? Remember, you know, food insecurity, you know, is a serious thing worldwide, you know. We have an opportunity to have food security. And this is what is allegedly being done. But when the right time comes, man, some of them are going to charge for corruption. Remember me tell you that.
Showing you how these people, they cannot be trusted because it's just pure lie. See that, man? That's Morgan doing Morgan things right there. Hold on it. See this one right here, Kevin? Over 34,000 new homes have been built. What did the Prime Minister promise? Promise 70. Promise 70. Look at the next one. Look at 2 bullet points down. First national rural school bus system. It never out yet. And the thing about it is that it's not even national because him said this is phase 1. People open understand what going on there, you know. Open understand what going on. They spend this is their way to attract you to say these are the things we have done, and you need to read these things. You need to understand. Again, I'm just bringing up these points, but you don't have to take my word for it. Go and look it up for yourself. Go and look it up. Make a come on again now. With them have one of them talk about improve water supply. Look at this one here. Brought electricity to more rural communities. How many? Did you satisfy the numbers that you said you were going to do back in 2016? No.
Ratty, let me stop you again on this one. Sorry about this one. Rural Electrification Program, REP, which was started by Michael Manley in the 70s, yes? Then in 2012, when the PNP came to power, they formed Nessal. You remember that name now?
I remember Nessal, yeah.
Lawrence Pommels, yeah? Always remember that name. How could they be doing rural electrification when the Nessal lost over so much millions unaccounted for? They find 20 million in a Lawrence Pommels house at Wolaba, plus other much high-end vehicles. So this is a lie. What they just started doing was to use the JPS about a year ago to do some wiring. Remember that program there? And the money come out of JSIF. Out of JSIF through funds granted by the USAID. So I don't know what these guys talking about. Anyway, proceed at it.
All right. See, that again, this is another typo. Ian Fleming spelling name is, as far as I know, is one M9. But we go fine. We move on. So that improve water supply for over 350,000 people. That's not what they told us in 2016. They said we are going to solve the water problem. Everybody have got water. Them start tell you, and in 2020 them come and tell you about desalination plants. People don't forget these things. Do not forget these things. And then here's how them get 13,000 water tanks distributed. What kind of tanks? Black tanks. And we know the problem when they put the black tank out there with the water in it, with the chemical release. We know all of that. Ask them if them have them tank at them here. People. Oh, let me go back here. See the bus there, you know. And the bus them start crash already and broke down. See one there, you know. Then, why? Let me see what else we have there. Oh, there's another one here I want to show you something. You see this? Look at the top of the screen. No new taxes for 8 years straight. People, I'm begging you, please don't believe this. Because don't believe your lying eyes.
Embarrassing.
And your lazy.
We need some milk.
Straight. People, I'm begging. I want to show. Why? Let me see what else we have there. Oh, there's another one here I want to show you something.
Listen up.
You see this? Look at the top of the screen. No new taxes for 8 years straight. People, I'm begging.
People, I want to know, seriously listen to what we're Rattigan is saying right here, sir. Pay close attention. May I slow it down, because I want to know, listen, write down, jot down, make notes. Listen to what the man is saying.
Begging you, please don't believe this. Because don't believe your lying eyes and your lazy brain. Don't believe them, because you know what happened? When them say no new taxes, you are thinking that them no tax, not at all. What they did was they didn't put taxes on things that weren't taxed before. That's what they meant by that. They were taxing things that were already taxed. Tobacco products, oil products, a whole range of products. They increased the taxes.
Don't forget the good white rum. The good white rum.
There you go. If you notice, they don't say no increased taxes. They didn't use the word increase. They said no new taxes. So what they're saying is that we didn't tax anything that wasn't taxed before. We didn't do that. That's what I mean by that. But the way it's phrased, you tend to think, even though you know say you pay more money for certain items enough. Even though you know it, you still believe them when they tell you say no new taxes. They mean, what you must ask them is, ask a simple question. Did taxes increase? And the answer is yes.
Ratty, also with this tax one, this is the biggest scam in Jamaica. Remember, and you're
Did taxes increase? And the answer is yes. Ask a simple question. Did taxes increase? And the answer is yes. What you must ask them is, ask a simple question. Did taxes increase? And the answer is yes. Increase. And the answer is yes.
Ratty, also with this tax one, this is the biggest scam in Jamaica. Remember, and your citizens, the students in the class who are from the UK, not so much the United States, but from the UK, that has a system called VAT, value added tax. Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you know what the Jamaica, what they did? We switched from direct taxation, which would involve income tax, those direct taxes that would affect you. What they switched to was indirect tax now, which involved GCT or the VAT. So what they kept on doing was they were making more in tax collection because more was added to the food basket in terms of GCT items. So like where I am now, VAT is not on food supplies, but VAT is on luxury items. So your car, right? But what they have done, they have put VAT across the board, GCT across the board on almost every single thing. So now they're pulling more from that indirect taxation. So when they give back $18 billion, they claiming for the 1.5, they took it back with that indirect taxation. So them give 20,000 and them take it back by about 15,000. Yeah?
There you go. Look at the next one. Lowest unemployment rate in our history. That is a damn lie. That is not even a lie. That is a damn lie. In January 2014, Statin started using a new methodology to measure unemployment. And they came out and they did an interview on Nationwide with Mr. Cliff Hughes, and they explained to him, they said you cannot compare anything that happened after January 2014 with anything that happened before January. You cannot compare the rates. You know why? Because the methodologies are different. Before January, they used to say if you're not working and you have working age, you're not working, you're unemployed. Now, after January, they said in order for you to be considered unemployed, you must not be working and you must be actively looking for a job. So, if in December you give up looking for a job and then come to you in January and you say, well, I'm not looking for a job, you're not considered unemployed. So the rates are going to go down because a huge chunk of the people who are unemployed but not looking for a job, they're not classified as unemployed. And they know this. They know this, my people. But they come and they feed you this garbage. But what I want is, I know all of you around here, you're critical thinkers, and you know these things. I need you to go out and share the gospel with our brothers and sisters.
People, this is very significant because two of the biggest lies the Jamaica Labour Party tell the people, is no new taxes and the lowest unemployment rate ever. Now, I'm going to see if I can find that interview with Cliff Hughes and Statin. You know, I'm going to reach out to Ed Boy and see if, you know, him can direct me to that, because it's like if you don't show the people them don't go do them own research. The other day I was talking to a labor right, and I told him that the EOJ was in the office of the Prime Minister, and the man said, I lie, me I tell. I say, you know what is the EOJ? He couldn't answer me. So I says to myself, why am I arguing with them people here? Why am I having a conversation with these people? You don't know what the EOJ is. Me tell you say they're in the office of the Prime Minister, and you still argue with me, but you don't know what it is. You understand? This is where we're at. The people of the country need to be more educated and informed about our political process, so they can be more equipped in who they're going to vote for. Not die-hearted, not tribalistic, educated. Right? Because it is my view that the Jamaica Labour Party benefits from uneducated voters. That is my view. They don't like educated voters, because educated voters is not voting for the JLP. I'm sorry. Unless they are educated first-class families where a part of how much family them will run Jamaica. Those people that are educated, that want to keep wealth and not have wealth spread to the poor, don't want the poor to have an opportunity to get wealthy like them. Those educated people, I understand why they would stick with the JLP. But there's no poor educated person that would vote for the JLP. Them have to know something is being hidden from them. And it's our job to open their eyes, because this, ladies and gentlemen, the unemployment rate, come on, compared to what? If you change the way how it is calculated, you cannot compare it to anything past 2014. And that is it. Point blank period. Let's continue.
Take them out of the darkness and bring them into light. Because this is what is going on. They're feeding you this garbage, and people see it, hear it, and believe it. They don't question it. You need to question it. That is a damn lie. Then they have one that government workers are paid better. Yeah, what government workers are talking about. How about them on the 300%? How about them on the 300%?
Well, it's the question is which government workers?
That's true.
But
That's true. They didn't necessarily lie. It's a matter of presentation. So here it is. They have presented numbers with unemployment. Yes.
This is a lie. This is a lie. What they're referring to, Ratty, could you just touch it back one more time, please?
No, put it
The
back.
14,000 workers, right? Because this has been something that I have been championing for a long time, right? They did not. These workers they're referring to is workers that are not teachers, not nurses, not doctors, right? They are the lowest paid scale, at the lowest paid scale in the government service. So these are contracted workers, yeah? What they did was removed from the 140,000 contract workers the government of Jamaica have, yeah? And only remove 14,000 of them, and pretending now that they have done a big deal. Remember, had it not been for Dr. Peter Phillips, who advocated, said, no, you can't have people on contract continuously, especially in IMSEC. If it is in the private sector, it's wrong. But it is worse when it's in the government service. So it is the advocacy of the PNP in opposition that led them to look at the fact that there's over 140,000 government workers that are on government contracts that should not be contracted workers. And them only take out 14,000. Let me tell you who them take out. You have this mosquito program and some other programs that they do. They make those persons permanent because they come from recommendations from the member of parliaments. Yeah? So in NERA, in FARA, in different areas, the health aides, right? A lot of these people were made permanent because of their close association. It had nothing to do with government.
Oh, so a friend thing. Hey boy. Hey, like
Please.
we lost you for a second there. Yeah.
No, absolutely.
So
It's a friend thing. So the Peter Phillips opposed it. He said it's worse when private sector it's bad when private sector have hotel workers knocking them about 3-month contract. The government of Jamaica was doing it, and Peter Phillips said we need to change it. Yeah.
So this is one instance where the opposition, a part of the government, stood up and said, hey, hold on. We can't do it so. And they got it right. Yes? Hey boy, where you going again?
Good boy there. Good boy. You know, let me just jump in at Kevin and say, a gentleman just called me, you know, and him say him watching the program, and him say him just want to know that him used to pay $4,500 for a piece of property him having in Jamaica, and it gone up now to $64,000.
Property tax.
Property tax. He used to pay $4,500 and said no, he's paying $64,000.
What?
Well, right. It's not new taxation. It is increased taxation.
But you know something, Jelly people? You have some people who believe that what we're saying don't make no sense, you know, because deep down there's no new taxes. And there's no new taxes, but there's existing thing going on. But the way how they're thinking about it is that, you know, but we need to teach some. Go ahead, Ahmed.
The fact of the matter is, the wording states that there's no new taxes. Just like Rebel said, we give the credit where the credit is due. There were no new taxes. People just need to understand that does not mean that the country is in a better position because taxes were not increased. So in order to avoid adding new taxes, you go ahead and you increase the existing taxes to cover whatever it is those new taxes we're going to be covering.
Right, like a gas tax, 2 gas tax. Remember, the government of Jamaica implemented 2 major gas tax. They said to us that the road of Jamaica was so bad when they came to office in 2016 that the reason for them putting on a gas tax on us is to fix the road. Now, none of that money has been put in the council fund which it's supposed to go. Yeah? None of it has been put in there. They have used it primarily to buffer up the Ministry of Finance, yeah, to deal with recurrent expenditures. So this notion, the ordinary Jamaican is now paying more for electricity than they were paying for electricity in 2015. So this notion from the JLP that they have reduced taxes, they have put on 7% increased taxes on electricity. Don't let them fool you. Because under previously, if you were doing 100 to 150 kilowatt, there was no taxes on it. Under the JLP, they have put on a 7% tax.
Yep.
They've only raised the threshold, right, to give more other persons, but they have still put down a 7% tax on it. So this notion that no new taxes, gentlemen, especially with gas affects every single thing. The price of gas is in everything, so that itself is a new tax.
We can run on and now. We get to healthcare. People, we are going to skip this because we're going to do our whole segment on healthcare pretty soon. So it don't make no sense for you to stop here. So I just want to show you one thing though. Look at this one here. Major hospital upgrades. Tell me what you don't see. Look at the top of the screen.
Oh, no, regional hospital.
Oh, no, regional.
Yes.
I tell you,
We can't all regional there.
No, that's supposed to be the major hospital upgrade. And it's missing.
You man, that will never be, the JP will never mention Carnal as long as they
and also when they have Spanish Town Hospital, they have Noel Hospital, Spanish Hospital, and Salem Hospital. The Salem Hospital is a disgrace. Running water coming in on people down there.
Yes. But we show the
What are you talking about?
But the Chapelton Hospital that they claim they renovated and fixed, the people still don't have Summerfield Community Center and that tent and get health care.
Mighty God.
Today?
To this day, you can ask anybody in Chapelton and that's in the chat. Part of the
We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help.
hospital facility has not been totally completed. They still have to go to Summerfield Community Center for the doctors to look at them. It's just, I think they're about to reopen it now, but it has not been totally completed.
We never touch all the drill and the other things. We're going to come back to this. We just have to point out some little things. We just have to touch and go. Let me show you something else now. Let me show you something else. So, just skip past it. We get to education. I think we should have just run past education too because we are going to spend some time.
Yeah, man, education too serious, brother.
a lot of this stuff here they're putting is not simply not true or half truth. Let me see, trained over 600 people. Then have the entertainment zone. Yeah, man. Now fun. Then go to sporting. We could run through this and then we just go to hold on, National Disaster Fund. Hold on. Oh, look at this. Then buy 100 new garbage trucks.
But 100 dilapidated school bus.
110 used school buses to repeat them. So it people listen what I'm going on.
Embarrassing. We need some milk.
Right, that's we will get to them. And let's go down and see what it's here. So tourism. We're going to have a segment on tourism, so we're going to debunk all of this stuff here. What am I talking about? All right, so what I'm talking about, protecting the, preparing for storms, protecting our future. That has to do with the environment. And remember the money we didn't pay for the cat bond, where Jamaica will never see a cent of that money unless a category 5 hit Jamaica. And if a category 5 hit Jamaica, Jamaica will not recover. What the insurances can't cover even one parish. And I think we're spending something like $10 million a year for that, for that insurance. And we won't be able to collect. If we collect from that, Jamaica mash up. Then better hope that that's one of the conditions to it, that a category 4 or 5 must pass over Jamaica.
No, right? Not just the category 5, you know. Remember what the bright minister said? He said a certain barometric pressure.
Right.
A barometric pressure. Yeah? Yes. So remember that this time that came to Jamaica warranted us getting a payout. But they said the barometric pressure wasn't. I never hear this thing.
No, it's a joke. Sit right at the top, National Disaster Fund, so the country has money ready for emergencies like storms, for no. Joke. And the more fixed government. Look what fixed government.
Mr. Rattigan, go back our face, no man. Go look at her good, you know. Because our good friend Jerry Small asked her certain questions at the constitutional meeting. He said to her, you know, prior than most still and think I could breeze, yeah?
Oh my God, that is funny.
Look at this one here. Them set up and funded the Integrity Commission to fight corruption.
There should be
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
What did you say, bro? Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Look at this one here. Them set up and funded the Integrity Commission to fight corruption.
There should be in any book.
I know, trying to pull their teeth.
Yeah. And look at them though. Appointed a minister for efficiency and innovation. This is hard remarks I'm talking about.
Yo, listen to me. The Jamaica Labour Party has no limits to how disgraceful. They have no shame. Did they really put that as a part of their achievements? Why they never put an asterisk beside it? Actively trying to destroy the same Integrity Commission. Actively trying to defund them. Why they never put that there? We set up and funded the Integrity Commission to fight corruption in our country. When they're doing their job, you're taking them to court. The Prime Minister sued the government. Like, you can't make this up. You literally cannot make this up. What is going on, bro? Yo, this is crazy, man.
A complete failure in Washington, and then bring she now says she come to make things more efficient. You believe that?
3 months before the election, by the way.
Yes. You understand what I know? See that one? You introduce job description for members of parliament, making it clear what they're responsible for and helping voters hold them to it. Come on, man. I'm not a idiot.
Real techophilia.
We look fool, but we don't fool. Serious, man. Colossal failure in Washington, D.C. Huge failure. But we're going to deal with she. No, see the one that we want to talk now, yeah? We want to talk about this one a little bit before we jump into the Prime Minister. All I want to go on the Prime Minister thing. No, you see this right here? Introduce a new national diaspora policy. No different. I'm telling about that policy. Because what happened is that, remember, Jeffrey, we register and take what the name.
Yes.
Global Jamaica Diaspora Council belongs right now to no one. You, my dear brothers and sisters, anyone that you can go right now and register it and take that name and stop them from using it in America. And you know why? They cannot register it because the person who leads that diaspora group is the junior minister, Minister Terry Long, the junior minister in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade. Them can't register it. They cannot register it. That organization is an organization that should be, the member should register with the Department of Justice under the Foreign Agents Registration Act. They're playing with their liberties, because I'm telling you, if this government, this American government says, okay, we're gonna, and actually they started, they're more stringent now. But these people are working for a foreign government. They need to go down there in DC and register and say, we are working for a foreign power. They need to do it. And I've asked them, have you guys gotten legal advice, legal counsel regarding this? They're not getting a legal counsel. They don't. Look at where my favorite minister claim now, her claim to fame. Yeah, more seamless and less costly customs arrangements for return and philanthropy. What does mean?
Lie.
People?
Lie.
What does it mean? Look at what hosted 4 major diaspora conferences, bringing thousands of Jamaicans from around the world to share ideas and support development. Guess who do that? Bujo.
Yeah.
Guess who? The Fight Cartel do it. More people show up for film things than we show up for this 4 diaspora combined. Hosted 2 successful CARICOM heads of government. Come on. Secured major international support from global partners. Hey, by the way, Minister Kamina Johnson-Smith, he just get some stuff from India, you know. And people need some of them supplies and equipment there right now. You don't have to wait for a catastrophe, because we have one right now. So you need to free up some of them things so that the people can get medical treatment. Finalize visa-free arrangements with countries like Ghana. What does that mean? How does it benefit Jamaica? Sign down to new partnership agreement.
Oh my God.
Exim Bank. Yes.
You know what that means, people? That means them are get ready for borrow money.
Borrow money from Africa. Yes.
Wow.
Embarrassing. We need some milk.
People, this is a lot. This is a lot. Oh my God. No. How, like, what is this? Mighty God. They really take people for eat that, you know?
Borrow them and get ready for borrow money. Right? Secured seats, Jamaican seats in key international organizations. What them don't tell you is that some of the seats where them secure are people who left, ambassadors who resigned from the foreign ministry, because the camaraderie is at an all-time low.
Yes.
We don't tell you them things out, right? We'll tell you some more things about them, man. Hold on a second. Hold on. I'm going on there.
So Rattigan, skip right there. Go back to that picture there. This one here. Is this an achievement of the Jamaican government?
No,
Heads of CARICOM meetings?
No, it's not an achievement. It's scheduled. Yeah, them put it down, but it's scheduled. It's scheduled. It's round robin thing, you know. It's round robin thing.
So everybody must get them turn.
What a complete embarrassment. Andrew Holness being the head, pretty much what they're explaining is that it's his turn. It's like a round robin. This date is your date. After this person is you. So it's not an achievement. They did not work their way up to being the head of CARICOM. You guys understand? You understand how lame the Jamaica Labour Party is for this? For them to have this as an achievement? You understand how much they haven't achieved anything if they had to put this in there? And there's going to be people that read it and go, yay! And don't even do any research. Man, listen, man. These people are a colossal failure, a total embarrassment. I think they're even going to talk about Kamina Johnson-Smith, how she's not even respected amongst the other countries. But I'm not going to get into that. I'm going to end it off in this part 2. This is embarrassing. Them putting this as an achievement is totally embarrassing. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I'm sure, I am certain a lot of you have a lot to say, yes? Alright? And remember to like and share the video. Don't forget, if you're not yet subscribed, click the bell and click all, ladies and gentlemen, alright? Yes, yes. Wow. These guys are embarrassing, man. Very embarrassing, guys. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, Jerry, big up yourself. Patricia, Lorraine, Wagwan, big up yourself, Lorraine. Everybody over there on Bolo VNR clips. This is awesome. I'm live on both of my platforms and I have over 100 people on both of them at the same time. That feels great, man. That feels really good. I ain't gonna lie to you. We working hard out here, baby. Working hard out here. Get the likes up though, guys. Before you go, just smash the like button for me, please, before you go. And of course, follow me on all platforms. Follow me on all platforms. Bolo TBV. There's a video a day that comes out on Bolo TBV. TBV means throwback videos. You know, important events that occurred which you might have either missed or forgotten about that is important to what is happening right now. I handpick them and put them out there. You understand? Because, you know, we don't want things to become a 9-day wonder where people forget about, you know, all the things that is actually happening. So I want to encourage everybody to smash that like button going through the door. For the people on Bolo VNR clips, see you guys later. Have a good one. Alright. Yes, my people, so people in Bolo VNR clips. Let me see. So only for people pass through, I never get fake. You know, yellow no panting. So we have Ran. Big up yourself. Marcus Garvey prophecy coming to pass. Patrick Godfrey. Big up yourself. We have Script. Rob Locks, first time seen in the chat. Gunner Motor Vehicle license has increased. Vernon said, I used to pay 4K and now you're paying 47,000. Mighty God. What kind of increase that? That's an increase of 1,100 and something. My goodness. No, man. That's crazy. I would love to see some receipts. I would love to see you guys send me some receipts of 2016 taxes for your actual property and, you know, redact the names and stuff like that. We want to see the amount. Lara Thomas. Let me see if Pastor Peter Chambers put out no video today. Or if he put out any yet. It's now 4 o'clock. Before I go. 6 o'clock I'm going to be going live again, guys. Alright. See if Pastor Chambers dropped no video yet. Peter Chambers. Oh, he was live 2 hours ago. Yeah, he was live. That means is either I'm going to put out a video soon or not. Because he was live 2 hours ago. He usually put out the video after church. So I guess he was at church. Take action. Trim this out. Erase that. So we see that the Jamaica Labour Party just continues to lie. Zebulon, big up yourself in a Zebulon. First time seeing you. Laurel Thomas, big up. Welcome all of the new subs them. Fitzroy Wagwan. Patrick, big up. Black Barbie. Black Barbie was saying, I believe ChatGPT wrote this and gave them an honest perspective. They didn't edit before sharing it with the public. Maybe that's possible. The booklet sync them alone. May I tell you, say, everything them do, I sync them. God is not with them, you know? Thank you, Vernon. Vernon said very informative. Shared although I didn't miss things out on Mr. Alright, thank you, my brother. No man, them things you see, there are certain things that are shared on platform. Sometimes you have to re-listen them, you know. Because you might have missed something. Leprechaun will go on, Dana Whittaker. What's up? You might have missed something. Carla E. Banks, always good to see you. Karen, big up yourself. Just a scroll up. We have Raphael, Evan Miller, Joyce Smith, Sonia, Celine from East Portland. Big up Celine, you know. Yeah, man. Big up Celine. Carberry. Name the unique. Bolo, what is your WhatsApp number? It's 1-876 451 6535. That's 1-876 451 6535. All right, that's the number. Why there's so much things going on right now, brother? I meant to say, even ABI News have dropped some bombs on a regular basis. She on it like a white rice. You know? Same thing with Out of Five Press. Them on it like out. Them day at the YouTube street like the white line on the road. Look our Obia. Hey, ABI News not easy, you know. ABI News say if I look our Obia. No, I also appreciate ABI News. I appreciate our titles and our play with words, you know, even on the thumbnails. Because look at it. Without even listening to that video, which I have already. When you look at the thumbnail, you see everything on the poster, everything on it. Hyacinth, how you doing? My question is, what will you be doing with all these findings? Will you be taking them to main media or an campaign on the streets? What do you mean, the people? What do you mean, the people? No, you see, one of the dangers, you know, you don't want to be an influencer to the point where when you go and tell people to do something, they go and do it. Well, that me personally, I don't want to do that. I don't want to lead anybody. You know, it's not that I don't have the capacity to do so, but I don't always get things right, and people should think for themselves. What I want to do is to have people think for themselves. I want them to open up their minds, really think about it. You know, just dive in on all of what is going on and make an informed decision when election comes forth. Because as it stands right now, Andrew and his government, there's just too much, bro. There's just too much. There's too much charges against this government. Legitimate charges that I couldn't vote for them. There's nothing they can say to me and do. There's just too much. There's just too much, man. Their leisure is marred in corruption. You know? Yeah, their antecedents is not good. Past and present. It's just not good. It's actually terrible. So I couldn't vote for them. I'm not telling nobody who to vote for. That is not my place, you know. I can tell you who not to vote for. You understand? Yeah, man, these guys are not it, bro. I'm sorry. Yeah, they need to come out in public, of course. But that is what they're hiding. That's what they're trying not to have happen because they're scared of what it will do to their chances of winning. It's all about winning for them, you know. This government don't really care about transparency, you know. It's all about winning. How can we win this? By any means necessary. That's what I see. They're on a as any means necessary type of vibe. As a matter of fact, they have come out and they've said it. You know, Daryl Voss said it in not in so many words, but he said he'd do whatever it takes to get Andrew the third term. Something to that effect. I'm paraphrasing. But everything I say is alleged, ladies and gentlemen. Allegedly. Alright? Everything I say. But back to this. You know, when I look at this Luck or Obia flyer, yo, it's like I can tell what is going to be talked about in that video already, like the main topic. Oh, by the way, it's funny. Dismiss me, you know. I'm glad I have an opportunity to go over it with you guys. Give me a second. I didn't know that the Integrity Commission released a statement. Let me see if it's on Twitter. Integrity. There we go. Let me see if it's on their Twitter. All right. This was August 1st. Amazing. This is it. All right. Statement from the Integrity Commission on application. Andrew, look at these people. I agree with you. More people definitely need to hear this. But I guess it's not their time. And you know, I can't worry about that. I have my own job to do in terms of what I believe is important. So it says here, statement from the Integrity Commission on applications in Andrew Holness ET-LV. August 1st, the Integrity Commission take this opportunity to clarify the decision delivered by the judge of the Supreme Court. You know, I need to do this. Hold on. Yeah. All right. So we're going to go over this letter from the Integrity Commission. Their latest letter. Let me share my screen. And here we go. It says here, for immediate release, statement from the Integrity Commission on application in Andrew Holness ET-LV. Integrity Commission ET-L. August 1st, 2025. The Integrity Commission, the Commissions, takes this opportunity to clarify the decision delivered by a judge on the Supreme Court in the caption claimed that there appears to be some misconceptions in the media. I wonder which media is having misconceptions. Embarrassing. Mighty God. On July 31st, 2025, Miss Justice Althea Jarrett dismissed the application by the Honorable Prime Minister and 3 connected companies to strike out parts of the Director of Information's affidavit as being scandalous, irrelevant, and an abuse of process. Let's read that again. Miss Justice Althea Jarrett dismissed the application by the Honorable Prime Minister and 3 connected companies to strike out parts of the Directors of Information affidavit being scandalous, irrelevant, and abuse of process. What that means, ladies and gentlemen, is Holness wanted the judge to strike out the affidavit, or parts of it, I should say, that he deemed as scandalous, irrelevant, and abuse of process. So the judge says it was not scandalous, it was not irrelevant, it's quite relevant, as a matter of fact, and it wasn't an abuse of process. He was following procedure. Okay? He was following procedure, ladies and gentlemen. It was not an abuse of process. Alright? The judge also I moved too fast. The judge held that the evidence is relevant to the claim and that the director's information had a duty to disclose the information. The director of information had a duty to disclose the information. So it was relevant, ladies and gentlemen. They don't have anything against Holness, as he would like the world to think. Yes? The judge also dismissed the claimants, and the claimants is Holness. The judge also dismissed the claimant's application to obtain unredacted versions of the minutes and memoranda for the meeting of the commissions and committees of the commissions. The judge accepted the commission's explanation that the minutes and memoranda included information on public officials and other business which did not relate to the claim and was therefore irrelevant. So, the Integrity Commission deemed the information that Holness wanted to have disclosed to be irrelevant. It says here the judge also agreed that disclosing this information would breach the confidentiality provision of the Integrity Commission Act. What did I tell you, ladies and gentlemen? I am of the understanding, right? This part of the act is a serious part of the act. It cannot be breached. Why Holness don't know that and he's a lawmaker? Why would he push the judge to break the law? Because if the judge had said this was to fly, the judge would be breaking the law. You understand what I'm saying? The judge cannot do what he's asking. Anyway, moving on. The judge refused to grant the claimants Holness the wide disclosure they wanted of all documents prepared by these investigators who worked on the investigation report, instead limiting the disclosure to such documents if they exist, which contain their analysis, conclusions, and recommendations concerning the investigation and the investigation report. So all they gave them was the analysis, the conclusion, and the recommendations, ladies and gentlemen. The judge expressly refused the claimant's application for disclosure of the resignation of one of the investigations on the basis that it was irrelevant. What? The judge expressly refused Holness' application for disclosure of the resignation of one of the investigations on the basis that it was irrelevant. Boy, he just a loser. Holness a loser, no? The commission application to strike out parts of the claimant's claim on the basis that they were an abuse of process was largely granted. The commission's application to strike out parts of... Okay, so the IC win again this out. Judge agreed with the commission's attorney that the parts of the claim that suggested the director of information had purportedly examined... Hold on, go to the next page. Had reportedly examined the statutory declaration for 2020 and 2023 was not correct, given the court's earlier ruling that the director of information has discharged his statutory duty in relation to those declarations. Hold on, then we need to read that again. The judge agreed with the commission's attorney that the parts of the claim that suggested the Director of Information had purportedly examined, right? The parts that he had examined, the statutory declaration of 2022 and 2023, was not correct given the court's earlier ruling that the Director of Information had discharged his statutory duty in relation to those declarations. Similarly, the judge struck out that part of the claim that alleged that the Commission, as opposed to the Director of Investigation, had carried out investigation or issued the investigation report. The claimant's attorney applied for permission to appeal the decision made against them. They also applied for proceedings to be stayed pending appeal. The judge granted both applications. In the circumstances, it is unlikely that the trial of the claim, which was scheduled for October 2025, will proceed on that date. The Commission did not seek permission to appeal the judge's order, as those orders were largely consistent with its position and the submission its attorneys made. The Commission would have preferred to resolve the substantive issue in the shortest public time, but remain ready to defend its position in any appeal with the claimant's file. So, ladies and gentlemen, what is happening here is that Andrew Holness is dragging this out. The Commission wants to get this over with and move on, but Andrew Holness, is looking to appeal everything and drag this out as much as possible. So, it's quite unfortunate that we have a man that seemed to be our so-called leader of Jamaica, but all I see him doing is, doing everything he can to stay out of prison. That's all I see happening. I really don't see anything else but that, Part 12, mighty God. Part 12? Wow. Let me see what she have to say here, sir. Final gaps. Oh, that's not the one I'm looking for. That's not the video I'm looking for. Not the video I'm looking for at all. Let me see if I find it. If I don't, I'm just gonna move on. PM's legal fight exposes decades of financial. Yes, this is it. Hey, Mango, man, I tell you.
£200 off for a family of 4.
Okay, financial gaps or money laundering. More to come. PM legal fight exposes decades of financial gaps. Damn. Sheesh. Why? They say when fire there must still, them think a cool breeze. People, wanna make me know what you think in the comment section. Let me know what you think in the comment section. See you on the next one. Alright, my people, that. I gotta go, gotta get prepped. I have to go live in an hour and a half. See you guys then. And thank you for your continued support. Alright? Peace and blessings. That is it. Celine, big up later. Celine Browning. Bless up yourself. Look more.